Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. And today we're going to be unboxing and going over the X2F from Pulsar. Been using Pulsar's mice for about, I would say, 2.5 years now. Probably my favorite mouse brand from the pricing that they have, how many releases they put out, and also their customer support has been very good. Before we get into the X2F real quick, the mice that I've been using from Pulsar dates back to the X2V2 Mini. This is a mouse that weighs 52 grams, which at the time, I just came off of using the super light G Pro Wireless 2. Amazing mouse. But I wanted something with a little bit different of a shape, so I ended up going with this. And I like this mouse for a very long time. Though this feels so heavy and sluggish compared to the mouse that I daily now. So the X2 Crazy Light, the thing that I like about it a lot is that it weighs 35 grams with dot skates, which you see I have on the bottom. I use Pulsar dot skates on both of the mice that I just mentioned. I have some Obsidian Pro Air Grays that I use or have used, but I've been using Pulsar skates just to try them out because they come with the mouse. But yeah, I love both of these mice, but I was actually able to try out the X2F back in February for like not even 3 minutes. I have a friend who goes to the college that I graduated from, and he gets sent mice early to test them out. And this is the one of the mice he got to test out. And I've always wanted to try the mice that are, in a sense, cut in half. And this mouse is like that. It supports more of a fingertip grip with mice. So the three grips that there's palm, claw, and fingertip. I would say I fluctuate between a palm and a fingertip. I do not do claw. That is way too painful. So I think this mouse would be a really good fit. But yeah, let's get into unboxing and go from there. So starting off, the packaging is super nice. The one thing I did notice that it says launch edition on here, which it didn't say that anywhere on the website, which I wonder if this is for the first couple, 100 or so that were sent out, that the packaging is different. I could be totally wrong. I'm just not too sure. But I thought that was just something interesting. Also, this packaging is way different than any other mice that they've ever sent out, which I think is really cool. So looking forward to seeing how everything is inside, or how everything is packaged on the inside. Looks like we just slide this off like so. This is made out of styrofoam. This is really cool. And here we go, if this doesn't fall out. There is the mouse and the dongle. Just first impressions. So this mouse weighs 38 grams, and it is super light. Not as light as the Crazy Light that I own, which I was a little disappointed to find out that this was a little bit heavier than the other one. Granted, it's only a 3 gram difference, but it is what it is. But it just feels so nice in the hand. The clicks are very clicky. Also, the finish on here, I don't know what it is, but it's different than any of the other mice. It's like got this nice, not rubber feeling to it, but it's not just plastic. It feels like it's coated in something else. But it is just super, super clean. Feels so nice in the hand. It's smooth. So barely see, but right here, that's where the DPI button is, and then you have two thumb buttons on the side, and then got your left and right mouse button, and then the scroll wheel. Yeah, so let's get into the rest. So this does come with a 4K dongle, sorry, not 4K, 8K dongle, which usually other Pulsar mice don't come with the 8K dongle. That's something you have to purchase separately for I think around $20, which might make sense for the price hike in this, because the Crazy Light I think is around $125, and this I picked up for $149.95. So I guess it makes sense why it's a little bit more expensive, and that it comes with the nicer specs, which I run my mice usually at 2K polling anyway, so not that it really makes much of a difference, but it's nice to have the option there, if you want it. So up top we got box in here. Let's see what's inside, or sleeve rather. Got the little card that it comes with, just specs about the mice. Looks like we got sticker, which is pretty cool, and then just a pamphlet going over the mouse and stuff like that. It looks like there's a 2-year warranty in with the mouse, which is nice. I'll put that back in here. So it looks like underneath though we got a whole lot of different skates to use. So it looks like this comes with 3 different sets of skates, which is really nice. Probably gonna end up using the top rope here, so the dots and the this middle ring are all the same. Actually, I don't know. I think I actually might end up using these bigger surface pads right here, and probably end up changing them out over a course of a couple months. But there's that, a card. says, we'd like to express our sincere appreciation for the following testers who provided valuable feedback during the X2F beta test. Their insights and dedication were instrumental in refining the product and bringing it closer to its final form. Which, Pulsar, if you're seeing this, I know there's a way to reach out on their contact forum about becoming a partner, which I might look into. But if y'all want to send me mice early, I would love to review them and go over them and film videos more than anything else. Lastly, in this box at the bottom, we have what looks like to be the cable, which I already have one. This nice braided cable. Looks like it's pretty long. But yeah. So now what I'm going to do is put the PE skates on the bottom. So a little bit more about the mouse that I did not touch on. So this mouse uses Pulsar's XS1 flagship sensor. It has up to 32K DPI with 8K polling rate. Weighs 38 grams. It comes with an 8K dongle. I cannot find any information though about the battery and how good the battery life is online, and I cannot figure out what material that the mouse is made out of. But everything seems really high quality, and I'm just really blown away with the build quality of this mouse. I really like how they have this. They have lines here where you can see where to put on the skates and stuff like that. Which, one thing I forgot to mention, I do use glass pads, so I've been on a light mice, quick and light mice binge for about, I think, 2 years now. I've been using glass mouse pads, and I love them. I recommend them. I get all mine from Wallhack, another great company that I've had good, customer interaction with and their community. So if y'all are ever looking for a great glass mouse pad, Wallhack is what I recommend. And there we go. I got everything on. I just need to take off the plastic, and then I'll give a first impression real quick, and then probably get some clips up on the screen of me using the mouse. First impressions, I don't have it hooked up yet, but man, this thing is super light. It feels lighter than my other one. I think it's just because the illusion of knowing that there's less, mass to hold on to. But yeah, I could definitely see how this is more for a fingertip grip on this mouse. But these skates are super nice. It's just such a smooth feeling. Spins super well. And most of the weight though seems to be towards the back, which I like. Kind of like, well, I guess if this mouse was a full mouse, it would be like a mid-weight, which is kind of like how the X2 Crazy Light feels. So I'm glad that this is a super familiar, feeling in my hands. But yeah, I cannot wait to try this out. This might be my new main mouse. Real quick, if you're interested in seeing more about the keyboard that I'm using within this video, up in the top right or down in the description below, I have a video to my previous video talking about the keyboard that you see on screen and how I built it and what my thoughts are. My final thoughts is that I like the mouse overall, though the only thing that I have an issue with is just getting used to the size of the mouse. It is so dang small. Besides that, I honestly recommend it if you're looking to getting into a fingertip grip type of mouse. I think that the weight and the build quality is, right what you would expect for what you're paying for. If you like this type of review, then if you don't mind taking a second of your time to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.